Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. More games from the Teamstory Cup. SeKo Starcraft is bringing you Root Catz versus Alicia. Blue Protoss in the top right. Actually kind of excited to see some Catz games. Play some really unique Zerg style. Speed it up here a little bit at the beginning like I always do, because everybody pretty much knows what happens at the beginning of Starcraft games. And that's going to help get things along to the action a little bit faster here. I'm actually watching a little bit of Dragon streaming beside me, his troll streams that he likes to do, as he calls it. He's going for mass ghost nuke rush, which is actually really fun to watch. The thing about Protoss and Zerg is that I know that it is possible to do some crazier styles. I just think Terran has the best opportunity to do really trollish cheese kind of games. I think that was a hatch first against Protoss, very risky, just in case they do go for a really fast forge. It looks like this might be some sort of pressure play. Doesn't look like it's transitioning easily into an expansion. Gas before pool so we can get that speed up, unless he wants to tech up to something really super cray. No scouting out of... Oh no, there was a scout going in there. Okay, so he did know what was happening at that point. One gas taken, cybernetic score. Probably just going to be able to expand here pretty soon. He is building up a bit of money, unless he's going to throw down 3 gateways or something. Anywho. Trolling as a Terran player. I've been playing a bit more Terran lately, and I find that it just has the opportunity to be the fastest at doing unique things. Protoss obviously can go for a cannon rush or proxy gateways, but for the most part, that's all you're really going to see at Terran. I mean, you can go into Widow Mines or Hellions, Mass Marines, Reapers, Proxy Marauders, Banshees, and Bunker Rushes. As a Zerg player, because you need to get up your economy and you need those hatches to build units, you're really reduced to getting really quick lings and quick roaches, or busts of that nature. But it's not really what I'd call super crazy troll-based kind of play. Later on, when you get tons of infestors or swarm hosts, yeah, quite easy to troll people. But until then, you really just don't want to lose as a Zerg player. This is for tournaments, so it's not like we're going to see anything that's fun out of these guys. So not to say fun, let's say clever at this stage. They're going to play pretty safe, I'm assuming. I believe this was the first game from each of these two teams. So at this point, I don't know if either of these people really plan on going for anything too out of the ordinary. That's going to be up to 4 gateways here pretty soon. Not worrying about Chrono boosting out his cybernetics. I mean, right on. This thing does, what, 8 damage a shot? Yeah. So it's not like it really does too much. One queen will shoot that away. It seems like these guys should be a little bit more beastly, but they die so fast. They really don't have much to support them. This queen's not going to get much done down here now, unfortunately. It'll be a while before that hatches up. If we look at the units, as my computer slows down, we're going to see that the Protoss players actually got the lead, even though the Nexus was a little bit more delayed. There is 3 hatches, though, for the Zerg, as well as the queens. Roach Warren coming down. We'll see if that's more of a defensive, or if he wants to go and maybe put on a bit of pressure at the front. Neither would surprise me too much, though I would be excited to see some pressure at the front. Oh, he's boosting out a lot of stuff right now, it seems. He's got the Zerglings in here. He did warp in a whole bunch of units. There they are. Like, oh yeah, he's totally going for the attack. He's chrono boosting all of his gateways, and the Zerg player saw that. As a Zerg player, Protoss love putting pylons down here behind this mineral line, or up here out of vision. Which is why it's nice to have an Overlord right up here on that spot. That's a pretty good sized army. I mean, roaches and lings are on the way, but this hatchery is almost for sure going to go down. He wants to try to save the queen, but I don't think that's going to matter. That hatch is pretty much just dead. Behind this, you see that Alicia's still getting probes. So this is a really clever timing that he's putting together here. We'll see if... Yeah, those Zerglings got roasted through really fast. No upgrades from the Protoss player, obviously, at this point. This is really just designed to try to... Don't lose the queen there, Catz. Catz. See, if he backed up that queen to here, if I've been able to take out at least the mothership core. Because right now this has enough energy to recall, which is really what I think the Protoss player wants to do. Oh man, Catz isn't doing very good against this particular opening here. And without being able to kill off this, oh, he's not even going to bother recalling it. Yeah, there he goes. Pulls out there just taking out the hatchery. Catz building lots of drones right now. If we look at the workers tab, it doesn't look as though the Protoss got any worker kills, but denying that third base is really important because that's obviously also production. Looks like it might be some sort of drop play in the future coming out of Catz. Maybe a bunch of Zergling drops. I think that would be pretty wise. The Protoss player isn't going to be super mobile, and clearly isn't going to have anything at home to defend this. There is a Stargate going down. Stargate? Stargate. We'll see if this is for some delayed oracles, but I'm assuming it's just going to be for pushing out with maybe some voidrays as part of a larger army composition. Don't know what these guys are up to. I would like to see drops and maybe a bunch of Zerglings go in. I think you'd get a lot of damage done with that. Taking more gas here. The Protoss is already on all of his gases. Been mining out them for a while. Hydrodan going down now. Overseer. He'll see that Stargate. It is voidrays. I called it, guys. Looks like he poked a little bit at the front, but is getting shooed away by this army. Alicia, now that he's got his production facilities up and doing pretty good on economy, we'll see if he pushes out from the 2 base or goes to expand. Neither would surprise me too much. We've been seeing a lot of push out to expand. We've also seen, I'm just going to get up Colossus and go for something a bit heavier. These voidrays are going to be able to shut down a lot of what Catz is going to use as a fence here. But with having some hydras up, he might be able to slow that down slightly. Looks like Catz is very wisely anticipating the timing of when this third base is going to be going down. His third is just started up again, quite late. And look at the minerals floating right now for Catz. I'm kind of surprised we don't have a macro hatch or maybe even a 4th hatchery going down, because he's got so much money he hasn't been able to spend yet. 7 hydralisks coming out in tech. Well, he spent a good chunk of it, but he is not. He's definitely not ahead of the Protoss at this point. If we look at the tech from the Protoss player, ooh, lots of Stargates. Might be going into mass Skytoss here. I think that would actually be a really fun strategy to see. Spot another pylon. Good activity by Catz down there. He is working on his air weapons, so that should be a pretty good indication he's going to be spending a lot of time building air units. And when I see mass air Zerg versus mass air Protoss, the Protoss just seems to have that upper hand because one mothership core can get them the hell out of there. Voidrays have the charge up, prismatic alignment, that cut through corruptors big time. And when you get out things such as the son of a bitch, what the hell are they called again? Tempests, yes. Oh, pardon me. Right now it's just mass the voidrays. I don't. Let's see if Catz can do some damage here. He does have a lot of hydras in his army. The hydras are just finished +1, but with the planetary nexus, I don't think he could stand against that. Good force fields cutting up the army. Mothership core goes down real fast. It looks as though the Protoss player only really lost a handful of zealots there. That was a pretty ineffective attack there from Catz. And I can appreciate that he wanted to try and get some damage done and deny that third base, but I think it would have been more wise for him to move up to a 4th base, keep his creep moving, and then just build up a really good army, because I didn't think he was going to be able to bust this. More and more voidrays on the way. Just hydralisks coming out now from Catz. There's no sign of Aspire to get corruptors out. Would be interesting to maybe get some fungal growth on those. I don't think there's any way to. Nope, there isn't. Just dancing around to see if he can pull something out. But Alicia isn't going to fall to something that easy. Supply-wise, Catz is keeping pretty even with the production of the Protoss. The Protoss tech, though, I think is much better. Unless we can get up to, hive tech. And I don't even know if that would give him a lot of advantages. Swarm hosts, I mean, that could work. With this many void rays, though, I don't. voidrays plus with the sentry force fields, I don't think that swarm hosts are going to be the right call here. You can zone out all the hydralisks and the locusts and pick them off with, you know, all the voidrays. So I don't think that that's going to be the wisest plan of attack. I think Alicia just wants to get out and get some map control. I don't know if he's going to push onto the other side yet. He does have... he doesn't have any static defenses. I don't think he even has a forge. Nope, he just decided he's going pure air. This could be a nice little run by here from Catz. He knows that army is out. And without having a forge, he could actually get a ton of damage in here. Mothership cores in here. Yeah, this is a great move by Catz. He'll kill off only a handful of probes, but he's going to deny a ton of mining. But if we look at Alicia, he's just going to push in now. I think this could probably just end up killing Catz right now. I mean, there's a little bit of Zergling attack going on back on the third of Alicia. So that really doesn't matter that much. If we look at the void rays, still none have gone down. Cut through all the queens. I believe there's an observer in here. No, I don't even think there's a robo out. Swarm hosts could have been pretty good just because of that fact. Back on this side, I mean, he is going to do some damage. These zealots are going to come clean it up. 12 hydralisks behind this. I still don't think it's going to be enough though. The shields are all coming back on these void rays. They're taking down all these spore crawlers before they can get into position. Taking down all the hydras, not grouped up, so they can't get in perfect damage. I think one void ray has gone down. Oh man, that's pretty much it. That's all she wrote. That was a pretty cool strategy. That was pretty fun. I like that a lot. I haven't seen mass void ray push too much. I'm not too sure what Catz is going to do about that. I think that he got himself into too much trouble trying to put on pressure. Skillrays for the win from Alicia, and it looks like Axiom has taken the first game in this series. We'll be back in a moment with some more StarCraft 2.